to the first ever episode of
I Don't Like That
podcast. And we are your hosts, Taya Valkyrie and
Bobby Blueberry.
Now, how did we get here?
I took an Uber, and on the way, I saw a broke down Waymo. So I felt very good about my choice.
About your choice. I mean, who takes Waymos? They're everywhere here.
I knew it, and I think it hit a person.
Really?
I think the war, the robot-human war, has begun.
It's begun.
The machines started the uprise on Santa Monica Boulevard, 0.5 miles away from
they
here.
went to the Pink Pony Club, got drunk, started driving. Now they're hitting people. I mean, I haven't seen a broken down Waymo, but I've definitely seen the broken down delivery carts.
Oh, I know.
They're sad. I always feel bad for them.
We do have self-driving cars now in LA.
Yeah.
We also have robots that deliver food, these little boxes. And I saw one flipped upside down the other day. And I felt bad for it.
Does it know that it's upside down, like full turtle?
The problem is they have names.
I didn't think they had names. I thought that the names on the carts was just the people they were delivering to. Like Janice or...
No. Unless
Logan's Pizza, you know?
No. Unless Logan is getting food delivered up and down the street. I was like,
Constantly?
I think the robots have names. Our first mistake is giving them names. Souls are next. And I saw one flipped upside down on Sunset, and I drove by, and I
felt bad.
I felt bad, and
you had empathy for the delivery robot.
I was like, "What?" And
what was his name?
That's part 3.
Or her name? Or their name?
It was upside down.
You couldn't tell.
No, but I was like, "Oh my!" And then what's crazy is I wanted to stop and help it. If that were a person, I would just keep driving. But I really was like, "Oh my God, should I stop?" I didn't.
Next time, I think you should
stop. Part 3 of their plan is us to feel for them.
Yeah, I mean, clearly it's already working because you felt bad about it. I haven't seen one upside down, but I've definitely seen people sitting on them, blocking their way.
Sitting on them?
Yes.
I didn't know we could do that.
I saw this on Santa Monica Boulevard. Santa Monica Boulevard.
Treat. If you come to LA, just go to Santa Monica Boulevard and Robertson.
Sit on a patio.
Get salt and straw ice cream and just sit.
33 Taps chicken fingers. We like those.
We love 33 Taps chicken fingers.
33 Taps. You should sponsor us.
Well, that's our episode. We are going to 33 Taps to...
Yeah. I mean, that is where we shot the first ever Happy Hour Thoughts.
That is where we shot the first ever Happy Hour Thoughts. That's a sentence.
But yeah, you should go there or go to Rocco's or wherever and sit there and just people watch and robot watch because...
And robot watch.
You will see them. Lots of really cute dogs all the time, though. Constantly.
Yes. With so many cute dogs.
Lots of outfits, personalities, some in baby strollers. We love it. The LA of it all.
We love that. We love it. We love dogs. It's dog people, though. That's where I can have a problem.
Okay, then how are we friends?
I like the dogs. We all like dogs. But the people, sometimes, I love when I see a big muscle man walking the tiniest, cutest little dog.
You mean just like John and when he's walking our fluffy white Bowie?
Yep.
Just like that. Well, there's lots of that in West Hollywood.
My other favorite thing is watching somebody pick up poop.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, that sucks.
I mean, and they're really trying to make the job of picking up the poop for your small or large dog as cute as possible, though, because you know how they have scented bags, colored bags, holders, bedazzled, non-bedazzled.
I'm not buying it. I don't.
You love it.
They're trying to make it look cute.
It's cute, though. I mean, it's cuter. You are picking up poop.
I love that this is where our first episode has already gone. That we have... Well, we're going to do introductions.
Yeah, we have completely gone off the deep end. We are rambling, but this is also something that you guys will realize that happens all the time when Bobby and I are together. Most of the time it will make absolutely no sense, but it makes sense to us, and that is what counts. And now you guys get to see it for yourself.
And now we're going to segue into our names.
Yes.
How did you get Taya Valkyrie?
Taya Valkyrie. Well, I obviously have a real name. Don't tell anybody. But I always knew that my wrestling...
Gretchen.
Ew, I do. Gretchen?
No, Gretchen was the last robot I saw. Go on.
You did see her name then.
I did see a Gretchen.
I knew that I wanted to have a wrestling name that was short because my real name is also short. So I didn't want to, have a name such as Samantha, like longer, Jennifer. I wanted something short and concise.
Yes.
And so I literally wrote a list of names on a piece of paper, and my friends and I kind of just picked from the list. It was very, boring and uneventful, but that is how I picked Taya. I don't even know how Taya got on the piece of paper. Did I see someone named that? Did I see
Did you? Well, also as somebody who is dyslexic, the fact that your names are kind of similar in like letterscape.
Yeah. Is it confusing for you?
Really messes with the guy.
And some people get very confused because our friends obviously introduced me as both names. And then I think that some people just are like, what is your name, you crazy woman?
Yeah.
Just pick one. But I'm like, no, it's like, that's my wrestling name.
I am both.
I am both people, the Scorpio and the Libra. I'm a cusper.
She's a cusper.
Yeah. So that's how that came about for Taya. And then Valkyrie was literally, I was working at the Roadhouse nightclub in Calgary, Canada, bartending, in my prior life. And we'd all had a couple cocktails.
Did you Google Valkyrie, by the way? Like what it means?
Yes, it is. She used to ride on a horse with wings and decide who would live and who would die in the battlefields. She's a bad bitch.
Which we love.
We love that.
Because I also Googled it and I go, oh, okay.
Okay. You get it.
Yeah. Oh,
you get
I get
it. Not that I like really have any sort of like Norse goddess looking costume or.
But you are a goddess.
Thank you. That's why we're friends.
You might be Norse. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't even know what Norse is, but.
Isn't that
I think I am
Norwegian?
Too. Yeah, I think I am.
Ish, right?
Yeah. We'll post the result or 23andMe's later.
Literally though, okay, on that topic, my mom always said that we were like super Norwegian on her side of the family. I'm half Swiss. My dad is from this small village called Prevostseveria in Switzerland. So I knew that. But on my mom's side, it was always like, you're Norwegian or you're this. I barely had any, if that, Norwegian at all on my 23andMe.
We were all lied to.
We were lied to.
We were lied to. Also, so Canadian Queen, this is why I'm also wearing a Canadian tux today.
I'm so proud of you.
And then I am wearing my nod. I'm from Kansas. So we have a Canadian.
We'll get there. A Canadian and a Kansas.
So I'm wearing a Canadian
tuxedo / Kansas. I just put this on because it's what I wore to the grocery store today. I was picking up Bowie and Presley's poop dressed like this. What do you think about that, Bobby?
This is why I love LA. I think it works.
And Bobby Blueberry. How did we get to Bobby Blueberry?
So, first of all, my name is Bobby because of my birthday. Mm-hmm. I was born, my birthday is the same day that Bobby Kennedy died, or the anniversary of. I'm not that old. So my name is supposed to be something else.
You've been to a few Botox parties, so we can't be quite sure.
No, we cannot.
He's young. He's like 25.
I'm so young. I like fap and bet. Am I right? We're so young.
Yeah. Gen Z.
Bobby. Oh, yeah. I was supposed to be Daniel or Danny. And then I was born on June 6th, and my mom tricked my dad because my mom loves the Kennedys. And so when I was born on June 6th, she goes to him, hey, what do you think of Robert or Bobby?
Yeah.
And my dad has a brother named Bobby, who's a cop.
God, it sounds like John's family. All the Johns and cops. Anyways.
And so then my dad was like, I thought that she was picking the name for his brother.
Yeah.
But she was really picking it for the Kennedy. So that's how I got Bobby.
And that's also probably where you got the idea for the SMG of it all.
Oh, we'll get to SMG. Then Blueberry, what it was is my Instagram handle was Bobby Does Hollywood. And my agent was like, you need to change that. It sounds like you do
Hollywood.
It sounds like you do videos.
Oh.
It sounds like you're in a different industry. So
not that there's anything wrong with that.
No, of course not. But he was like, can you please change it?
Yeah.
And so I thought my one of my favorite character of all time on television is probably Liz Lemon.
Cute.
So I chose Bobby Blueberry. I actually wanted to do Bobby Banana, but it was taken.
God, who's Bobby Banana?
I don't know, but let's bring him on. Bobby Banana.
Wherever you are, Bobby Banana.
We need to have you on the podcast.
We need to have a talk about your name.
Blueberry. And then I was like, Blueberry. And I love blue. I wear it all the time. So it really just worked out.
And I designed your microphone.
Everything I own is blue.
Yeah.
So it really, so that's how I got Bobby Blueberry.
Yeah. And when I first met you, thought that was just like your name. And so you've just been Bobby Blueberry to me.
Yeah.
The entire time. I love it though.
I love
Rolls
it.
off the tongue.
It does. It really turned out better than I had thought.
Yes.
So, and now everybody's like Bobby Blueberry. It just rolls off the tongue and it's cute.
Your real names, names are overrated.
I'm the gay Liz Lemon is kind of what I'm getting at.
Yeah. Love that for you.
Yeah. Love that for America.
Yeah. And you're from Kansas, the land of Oz.
I am from Kansas. That's why I have my ruby slippers on.
Right. And when did you come to Los Angeles?
I've been in LA for almost 17 years. So very long time.
So, and you're 25, which means you came here when you were like a small child.
Yes, I got off the bus and when I was
your little
10 years
suitcase?
old, and I go, where does a young prostitute get her start around here?
Bobby does Hollywood. It all comes back around.
So yeah, I've been here 17 wonderful years. I still love it. I love it every day.
Yes,
I love
and we're going to talk a lot about LA and living here and the cool things, the not cool things, the cool people, the not so cool people.
Yes.
We're really going to get into it.
We're really going to get into it.
Because we have a lot to say.
Yes. So how long have you been here too?
I have been here in Los Angeles for 7 or 8 years. 8 years?
Yeah.
8 years now. Yeah, but before that, I lived in Mexico City for 5 years. But I absolutely love Los Angeles. I don't care what anybody says. This place is the best freaking place to live.
I love it.
You can be whoever you want to be, dress however you want, go out whenever you want, have beautiful dinners, go on walks. Like the temperature is great.
And I'll say this. People say people in LA are fake. They're right. Thank goodness. Quite frankly.
Thank God.
Because I am from where people are real all the time. And
it gets to be a lot. I don't like that.
To me, it's like I prefer fake. When I don't know you, when you're just meeting people, let's be fake. I don't need to hear about your cousin uninviting you to your wedding.
No, I don't need to know about your
me.
third cat that just had a litter of kittens and I just don't care.
I just don't care. But you find your tribe.
Yes.
You find your real people, and that's who you're real with. But
yes.
For me, the lady bagging my groceries, I don't need to hear about
their grandchild's Christmas concert.
Their son's child not talking to them. I don't know you, and I don't care.
I don't care.
I don't care.
We're good listeners.
We're very
but
good
we can't
listeners.
we can't fake it.
But I get into the Uber when I get home and visit. And it's like the Uber driver is just like unloading. And I'm like,
I've literally been in Ubers. Like there was one when me and Josh went to see Trisha's Christmas concert. We took an Uber. And literally the guy was nonstop. Chat. And Josh is texting me from next to me being like, we've got a talker.
This is the longest commercial you've ever heard for Waymo now. Because now I'm like...
I mean, I
get it. Sometimes not having a person.
Yeah. I've only been in a Waymo one time. And of course, it was Scarlett Bobo that got me in a Waymo. And they thought it was hilarious that I was freaking out.
I've been in a Waymo once as well.
And I didn't like it.
Longest way to go straight down the street.
Yes.
It went
I don't
around.
like that. I don't like that.
I don't like that. I don't like Waymos. I'm so sorry. If you want to sponsor us, though, we can change that.
Yeah, we can
like that real quick.
You know, we can like it real quick. But I just didn't like it. And they also take all side streets. They never go on the main street. So it takes actually longer to get somewhere if you're in a Waymo.
I was like,
even though they're cheaper, apparently.
Shot.
I don't know. I don't have the app.
I don't know.
Not into it.
I don't know.
I'll stick to my Lyft. And now that I live in Hollywood, I have to get a black car all the time because so much cheaper than coming from Metropolis.
You should have seen her last night. We were going to West Hollywood and I ordered us an Uber, but because it was the Oscars, all of the black cars were taken. They were like 20 minutes away.
Rude.
And we were just going literally closer than we should have meant for
an Uber.
But I was like, fine. It was cold.
My bouginess comes out real quick.
And I got us the first car and I got it said like room, or it was like roomy, and we get in there and and it's not
like we're like very big people.
No, we're tiny.
Tiny, delicate people.
But I turn over to her and I go,
I'm sorry.
We're really close right now.
I'm like, you got us in a Prius.
But this was prime.
Not that there's anything wrong with the Prius, but
prime time. Oscar. All the black cars were in Hollywood picking up Ariana Grande, and that's
Cynthia Erivo.
Speaking of which,
How many times take a drink every time Bobby goes like this and taps his ruby wrist?
we are talking. Yeah, take a drink every time. If you're listening, I'll just say tap, tap,
Tappity
drink,
tap.
drink. But yes, so we should talk about the Oscars, I think.
100%. And if you didn't watch along with us
On our Instagram.
On the I Don't Like That Pod Instagram, you're missing half the story.
You're missing half the story.
As they say on Drag Race.
I watched Oscars for my whole life.
Yeah.
I have been an Oscar aficionado. I remember watching, maybe like my first one that I remember was when Whoopi Goldberg won for Ghost. So this is like 91.
You weren't born yet.
I was watching from heaven, wherever babies come from. From the stork's nest or something.
Egg nest. Ew.
Ew.
I don't like that.
I don't like that.
No.
But I remember watching Ghost it was like the first time I saw acting, and I was like, "What is that?"
Yeah.
Where I could go to my mom and I go, "How are they doing that?"
How do we become
And she
that?
thought I was talking about like the penny going out the door, and I go, "No, is that man in the room, or what is going on? How is there a ghost in the room?" And she's like, "Oh, she's acting," and I just go, "Got it."
Got it. Need to do it.
So I've been watching Oscars my whole life, and I have in the past when I first moved to LA, went to an Oscar party.
Fun.
No.
No.
It was not fun. People were talking.
No, through the whole thing. And you are trying to concentrate and watch.
And I was like, and since that experience, I watched the Oscars alone. Sometimes with another person, a special chosen one.
That is me. I was chosen.
And so
I was chosen. The ones that were not chosen were my dogs that were.
The dogs were barking. There was, I also
They can tell that you don't like dog people. I swear.
I like dogs. I just don't like dog people. But also we were watching last night, and there was one point where her phone was going off during a speech, and I go,
Death
and she's
stare.
like, but then it was Zoe Saldana and her whole speech about immigration and
cute.
parents and
Their
her yelling
excitement.
mommy was just so cute, and it was a
so
really
happy
great
for her.
award show. I thought it was a great Oscars.
Yes.
Oscars 2025. The last 20 minutes was kind of it
Lagged a little
it
bit.
was just the winners, and it was kind of repetitive at that point. But there's a lot of surprises.
Yes.
A lot of surprises.
Conan did a great job
Conan
hosting.
Was incredible.
Yeah, he was really great from start to finish.
Yeah, he really. And also, let's talk about the opening drink if you're listening.
Yes, let's. Okay, so we're going to have to talk about. So, Bobby is obsessed with Wicked, as are many of us. I was a very bad friend for a long time and didn't see it right away because obviously with my job, I travel a lot and
bad friend, bad ally, bad person.
So I didn't see it
right away.
And everyone was giving me shit about it. I would even go to Bobby and David's house. And at one point,
my
David,
husband goes, if you don't see Wicked, you need to leave.
You need to leave.
right now. And
I was like,
joking,
are you kicking me out? But he was joking, but not.
But
joking.
And every joke is like, there's 90% truth to it. So she did
finally
watch it. And
it is
so many
magical.
People,
it's so magical. I listen to the soundtrack all the time.
Our very dear friend, Bleachux.
Yeah.
Shout out.
Jeremy.
He's
Thurber.
kind of the triangle. He'll be on.
He'll be on, and we won't get him to shut up.
But he was a hater. Also, full disclosure, I am from Kansas, so Wizard of Oz, Wicked, it's my favorite stage show. There's that connection.
Yes.
And also, I do feel like I moved from Kansas to Oz. LA is Oz to me. It's magical.
The Emerald City.
The Emerald City. And one thing I don't relate to with Wizard of Oz is Dorothy going
back to. No, don't take me back. I don't want to go back. I am happy here. I want to stay here.
Talking animals. Oz had it all.
Had it all. Magic. Cute costumes and outfits. Dancing in the streets.
I don't know. How about just color?
And variety.
Just actual
brilliance.
Color. Go back there and it was like sepia. I was like, I'm going to stay where, I don't know, there's rainbows. And so I do love Wicked. I feel like it's part of my being.
It is who you are. It's part of your entire identity now.
It's certainly been my personality and will continue to be my personality because we only seen part 1.
And part 1. So you're going to deal with a lot of Wicked talk for the next foreseeable future.
Oh my God. You think Ariana and Cynthia are bad?
Just wait. He will find a way to relate Wicked to almost every single subject that we're probably going to talk about.
That feels like a challenge that you're putting on me, and I'm here for it.
I mean, maybe it is.
Okay.
Maybe it isn't.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned to I Don't Like That podcast. But yeah, the opening of the Oscars. Let's break it down.
Wow.
It was magical. It was so good.
What a
I
strong
loved
start.
Somewhere Over the Rainbow. Even whoever did like the lighting and the sets and it just looked ethereal, magical.
Hang it in the Louvre.
Hang it in the Louvre.
Hang that in the Louvre.
Get rid of that artwork that's in there and put it in.
We're giving the opening to the Oscars one big fat. I like that.
I like that. Yes.
But yeah,
so
the
good.
opening, and I mean, just that opening, I thought that was so strong. And quite frankly, that is like going to push, I think, Cynthia, possibly Ariana, but definitely the way Cynthia got to like really shine, push her towards next year's Oscars. As far as like a
you were saying
runner,
that 100%.
because that was really wow. And I love that Ariana kissed her hand backed up, and she had this whole moment.
Also, whoever
Chills.
was filming deserves a raise because there were so many adorable moments of Cynthia singing, and then you could see Ariana in the background, or they go and look at Ariana quickly, and she was so watching her friend, her co-star. I just got goosebumps.
She was all of us.
She loved it, and it was just really magical and special, and I just loved it.
Yeah,
and the dress. Oh my God,
the red dress with the shoe
on the back, the Schiaparelli,
and then Cynthia singing The Wiz, and then them singing Defying Gravity together, and then
the riff,
on her own.
All
it was
of
just a great. Then Conan went in, and then the awards
started, and we said we want the singing back.
We want the singing back, and then those people who won for Al Mal for Amelia Perez the song, and then she started singing Amelia. Then we're like, never mind. We don't want the singing back.
It was cringy a little bit,
but otherwise great.
People react to winning and react to those moments differently. So
it's
who
memorable.
are we to judge? I mean, I don't know what I would do if I won an Oscar.
I know exactly what I would do.
What would you do, Bobby?
I would go up there and I would sit on it. The stage. I would sit on the stage. Nobody's done that.
Right. No. Sit on the stage.
No, I don't know. I would probably black out.
I'd black out. I'd definitely cry because I'm such a crier.
Yeah, I would cry. I would black out. I mean, I'm pretty much blacked out during the substance, so I could see myself blacking out during
That's
an Oscar
a whole other
speech.
Conversation about the substance.
But to wrap up Oscars, it's like I'd say like,
it was great.
Highlights, of course, the opening, Conan, and then low light. I was like Adrian Brody's record. Breaking speech. That was the longest speech in Oscars history.
Really?
5.5 minutes of nonsense and arrogance, and I just didn't. I think at that point I'd had a little to drink. It's the end of the awards, and I don't think I shut up. If you watch back those videos,
yeah, we just kept getting louder as the show went on because we were doing.
Do you see shots. That he spit his gum out and threw it to his wife?
What?
When he goes up on stage, he turned around, spits out his gun, and throws it to his wife. And I'm like, that was a bit, because there's no way that you're sitting there knowing that your category, you're favored to win, and you're chewing gum. You think we think you're that dumb that you wouldn't have gum? That whole
Get a mint. Get a mint.
And
I also just don't like. I'm also, not a gum person.
Who's smelling? I'm not a gum person, but who's smelling your breath?
Just your wife. There? And now you're throwing your gum at. I heard a cat. I don't like that. I don't like that.
I don't like it.
No.
Okay.
But yeah, get a mint.
That was Oscars.
Yeah, Oscars was great. Some of the fashion was great. Go onto our Instagram. I'm gonna do a little highlight post so you guys can see of all our Oscar reactions, because we did talk about fashion and the red carpet.
We were
which
trying
was great.
To do. We were like, I like that, and I don't like that for Oscars. Outfits. And there was so many.
Everyone looked great.
There was really hard to be like, I don't like that, because it was really great year. A lot of velvet.
Lots of velvet. And we did discuss, I said this about the emerald jewelry. Everyone was wearing emerald jewelry with white diamonds. I mean, yes, gorgeous pieces. Absolutely beautiful. But I just didn't think they matched The dresses.
They
I
kept
was like,
doing that. They kept having like
we
white
saw it like
gold
4 times.
and then silver. And it was so many and like the most beautiful jewelry. But the way that
and the dresses, but they just didn't go together as far as I felt.
At least 4 of those.
Yeah.
4, I don't like that combo.
Yeah.
And then, but there were so many I like that outfits.
And a lot of the guys
Cynthia
too,
Erivo's
actually.
velvet green.
That was so great.
Whoa.
That was Louis Vuitton. I saw that today.
Whoopi Goldberg's Kristen Siriano dress.
Yep.
Was
beautiful,
show stopping.
Mm-hmm. Ariana Grande was in Schiaparelli, I believe.
That was also incredible.
Yeah. She looked like she was floating on a cloud or cotton candy or something, and I'm here for it. She's so tiny, but like that accentuated, like with her hips, with the floaty. The skirt was so great. Structure.
Yeah, there was a.
Give me the dress now to go to the grocery store.
Give me Cynthia Erivo's dress.
Yeah. Oh.
I just sleep like.
Can we just borrow those for a quick photo shoot? That'd be great. You know.
We'll talk about.
We're not asking. We're not asking for much.
We'll talk about your movie. You won't have to pay us.
Yeah.
As if I'm not going to talk about it.
Yeah. Tap that pin again.
Tappity
tap.
Everybody at home, drink.
Everyone tap it up.
And if you're at the gym right now, I dare you to add 5 pounds. I don't know.
Onto your
right now.
On your right stack.
Stop. Just put right
it.
uneven.
On one side.
Put 5.
Move the pin. If you're doing like
move the pin down 1.
Yeah.
If you're working
Step
out
it up.
now,
Don't be a bitch.
Brennan, I'm talking to you. I know you're listening while you're working out.
We know it.
For those of you who when you work out, you listen to music, right?
I listen to music. Sometimes if I'm on the treadmill, I might listen to podcasts that I like. I'm a huge morbid podcast girly, obsessed with them. If you're not listening to them and you love true crime, shout out to those girls because they are so fun. And then I also listen to Call Her Daddy.
Sure, I see the clips. I used to listen to My Favorite Murder.
Mm-hmm.
I went through a year of just straight listening.
Yeah.
And then Smartless. I love the Smartless podcast. But I sometimes will work out to a podcast.
But that's like a treadmill thing for me. I can't be like...
You can't be like let's do
doing
this.
Sets and listening.
And they're like, and we're going
to
go to
the history of the Black Dahlia. Like, it's just...
Are you kidding me? That would get me going.
Oh, really?
But I listen to music.
Yeah, I listen to music. And I do enjoy when Bobby and I meet at the gym sometimes. And the other day, I was on the treadmill already. He walked in. He goes, Abracadabra? And what was playing on my phone? Abracadabra. That's a whole other...
We're also, I don't know when this is going to air, but we are...
on the cusp.
It either just came out, Lady LG7, or it's coming out whenever we get this edited.
Yeah.
But we're on the brink of a new Gaga era.
It's giving me old Gaga. It's giving Mother Monster. It's giving all of the things that the world needs right now.
God, I feel...
Costume, joy, dancing.
Somebody said that she did a spell.
The floor's on fire. I believe it.
Abracadabra as a spell to send us back to the right timeline because we entered the dark timeline.
Yeah, whatever happened in 2020, we just don't need... I don't like that.
Because that came out, and then it was an hour later that Beyonce won Album of the Year finally. I was like, okay, we're shifting back to the right timeline.
Yes, I remember that, and your reaction to that. You were just like, everyone...
Yeah.
Stop.
When Renaissance didn't win Album of the Year, I was insufferable. That evening, I feel so bad for my husband because I broke my soul. She said you can't, and she was wrong.
Yeah.
But when she didn't win, I was so hyped. I was like, she's gonna win Album of the Year. And when she didn't, I've never ever mood swinged like that before in my life. I went from on top of the world to the
depths of hell. You were in 2020.
I wasn't.
It was March 2020 flashbacks for you.
Yeah. Was that COVID?
Yeah. And I only know that because in February of 2020, I went and wrestled in England, in the UK. And I was coming back from the UK. And that's when they were doing the where have you been for the last 2 weeks? Have you been to Asia? Yeah. Like all that kind of stuff. Like it was the beginning of the end for that.
The pandemic. Just kidding.
Oh God, don't.
We're
not going down.
We will eventually, but no, you guys.
Not today, not on episode 1.
Not on episode 1. God.
No. And lately we've also been listening to Doechii. We're Doechii people.
We love Doechii.
We love...
Do you have any conspiracy theories that you believe?
No, I've never really been a conspiracy person.
Because I have other things going on.
I have so many other things going on, and honestly, I just really don't care. Like, I'm just trying to survive. We're all trying to survive in this world. We're all trying to be happy, successful, healthy.
I have one.
And live a good life.
The Illuminati is real.
Okay, well, we talked about that
but they're super nice. They're like really sweet people. And
Do you think
they feed squirrels? I don't know.
They feed squirrels?
They're like sweet. What if the Illuminati turns out to be like awesome? What if they're like, they don't wear black and like mask and gloves? But
I like that.
But what?
It's giving abracadabra in that world.
What if they just like, I don't know, Stepford wives and they're like happy and they're like.
And robots and baking pies?
I don't know. I could see myself being part of the Illuminati and being like on top of the world. I'm not wearing black. I'm in a good mood. I'm wearing polos.
You're wearing your pin.
I'm
tap.
Drink.
Do you think, okay, here's one. Literally because someone was talking about it on a podcast, or I don't know how this came up. Maybe it was on Color Daddy. Can't remember. But do you think that there's underground tunnels in LA that celebrities drive in and out at parties? Because if there are, we would like to know where they are so that we don't have to take Waymos. Or Priuses.
I want to believe that's real.
I love it. I love a lore. Like
I wish it was real, but I really don't think there's underground tunnels that.
The traffic is so bad up here and the streets are built so badly. How are these old ass tunnels going to survive?
We have so many earthquakes. Like, you think they're building.
Was there an earthquake yesterday?
There was.
And we did not.
We didn't. There was like a big earthquake in North Hollywood, like 4.5, I want to say. I mean, pretty big.
Huh.
We missed it.
Didn't feel it. We were in our own land of Oz.
I guess it just, yeah. I was shook from Adrian Brody.
Rambling.
I was too shook to feel an earthquake.
Yeah.
And obviously, God was mad that Wicked didn't win Best Picture and goes, you got it wrong. You have one chance next year.
Yeah. Make it happen, everybody. We need it. I was so happy for the costume designer, too, because he won.
Oh, my gosh.
And deserved it. Like, those costumes were so good.
That was, yeah, watching that movie, you're like watching the costumes and you're going, it's incredible artwork. And
it was just so cool. I think that was one of my favorite things about Wicked was, we're back on it again. We're talking about it again. Was the fact that the sets were all very, like, a lot of practical sets.
It also went production design. The sets were really.
Exactly. I mean, they created a lake.
They
planted tulips.
I always get emotional during one short
CGI,
day,
everybody.
Because we're back in the Emerald. Like, it's been 1939. This is one of probably the most influential movie of all time is
The Wizard of Oz.
The Wizard of Oz.
Yeah.
I think it is.
Agreed.
And we got to be there again. Like, we got to go and they made it tangible. They made it real. And you felt that. As a viewer, you were like, I'm back in Oz because it wasn't fake. It was all real.
Yeah.
And I think it really translated.
And a lot of you have been asking, why we named our podcast I Don't Like That Pod.
Everybody's been asking. You guys, we're
the name
gonna
on
answer.
everybody's. What is that from?
We're definitely gonna answer this.
Is Roxy?
After
from
this next commercial break
from Chicago, but it's not. The name on everybody's lips is not Roxy. It's
Velma Kelly.
It's
Renee Zellweger.
It's I Don't Like That.
So I Don't Like That really came, truthfully, from consent.
Yeah.
There are things that happen, and I
don't want to see it.
Started saying, I don't like that. Instead of sitting there buttering someone up, I just go, I don't like that.
No, and he does it very deadpan. I don't like that.
I don't like that.
Mm-mm.
Sometimes, there's a million ways to say it, but the most when you're like,
it's to the point too.
I don't like that.
Yeah,
and
we're not negative people. It's not that we don't like a lot of things. We are positivity.
We like things like
in human form.
Each other. We like our
Marshalls. We like Marshalls. Oh God, Home Goods.
We like our husbands.
Yeah.
We like them.
We like them.
But sometimes even love them.
Sometimes. So, we
like everybody who's sponsoring us.
And watching us.
We love them.
Who shares these?
But there's things that I don't like.
Yeah. A lot.
Yeah. So just a couple things.
Example.
Number one.
Substance. Remember you were talking to me about that.
I don't like teeth. I love having teeth. I love that people have teeth.
We love brilliant smiles.
But if you haven't seen The Substance, we can't.
It's not even it's not even a spoiler.
Because you're not ready for the movie, no matter what anybody's ever
And
told
also,
you
it's
about.
been out long enough that you've had enough time to see it. So
Yeah,
that's a you problem.
There's a part where her teeth falls out into the sink.
Yeah, it's not cute.
And I'm in the theater, and I audibly go, I don't like that. And my husband's just cracking up next to me, like enjoying the hell out of the last 20, 30 minutes.
Because it is.
And then her teeth start falling out.
Yeah.
And I disassociated. I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like it. And then her ear falls off. And I go, that's fine. I don't mind
It was
that.
the teeth. It was the teeth.
It's the teeth.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
I don't like that. You had not been warned. You did not ask to see that.
No,
the consent
the
thing
movie
again.
should start with, there's some teeth in there. I don't like that.
I don't like that. So we're going to play a game. We'll probably do this almost every episode, but it's called I Don't Like That or
I like that.
I Like That. And we have a very handsome man off camera who's going to
feed us some
lines,
topics, and we will tell you
if you like it
or I don't like that.
I don't like that. Go for it.
Here we go. Bucket hats.
I don't like that.
I don't like. I'm on the fence with it. I know you are a total I don't like that bucket hat. I think that it can be appropriate in certain situations.
Yeah, if you are a fisherman in a storm.
If you are the murderer on I Know What You Did Last Summer, it's
works.
okay.
Bucket hats are for fishermen. Otherwise, it's cultural appropriation for fishermen to wear a bucket hat. And the fuzzy ones,
I love
garbage. No,
I'm going to wear one the next episode. Just...
Well, let's go over some more so I can wear something that you don't like.
Okay.
Nails on jars.
This in videos on Instagram.
Why are we doing that?
I get it. You got a pedicure.
Manicure. I mean, if you're tapping it with your toes, that's...
Manicure.
I really don't like that. I don't like that at all.
You were doing it with your toes. I don't like that.
Feet. Oh, I don't like it.
But I don't need to. I just don't. It's like not that I don't like it. I just don't need. I don't need any more. The world has enough of this.
And it's like they're like showing a beauty product, and they're like this. I go.
It's a wrap.
Listen, if you want to go to the grocery store dressed like a chicken, that's your prerogative. That's your life. Live your life. You don't like that at all.
I don't know. I mean, okay.
It doesn't bother me
if
though.
I saw a giant chicken at the grocery store,
I would be like, yes.
I don't
chicken.
Know.
What if it was a chicken buying chicken? Cannibal chicken.
Okay, I like that.
I like
it now.
Oat milk.
I like that.
I like it.
Yes.
I like it. Soy milk, I don't. Oat milk, yes.
Soy milk, out. Oat milk, in.
The word moist.
Oh, I hate that. I don't like that at all. I think it's horrible. Why? And there's a store on Melrose called Moist. Why would you pick that?
This might be
for branding.
This might be controversial, but I like that.
Nope.
I like it.
Nope.
Vampire movies.
Love that.
I like that. I
like
love
that
that.
a lot.
I'm a Buffy. It's a TV
That's
show.
a
It's
whole-
also a movie, but
That's a whole other episode.
That's a season of this. This is a whole season when we dedicated to
Just
talking about
wait.
Buffy. Love vampires.
Video game movies.
I mean, I have never been a video game person, so I know absolutely nothing about them, and I'm sure people will be like, what do you mean? But no. And also, like, I see shows, for example, The Last of Us. Is it Last of Us?
I think you're thinking It Ends With Us.
Ends With Us.
No, that is not a video game.
When was the one that was like...
It's The Last of Us. That's a video game.
The zombie one. When they, like, turned into mushrooms.
However,
And that was a video game, and I didn't even know until John told me. And
they should totally
So I'm into it.
They should totally turn It Ends With Us into a video game. I'd play that.
How about the reverse? Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's do it. Last
Shark
one.
Movies.
Shark movies. Love a shark movie. We're a shark family. Presley only loves his shark toy, so we are very shark heavy
Positive.
around here.
Yeah,
Shark positive.
Shark. I like Jaws.
Yeah.
Sharknado. I've never actually seen, but I've seen clips.
But yeah, I am pro shark. Not that I ever want to like encounter one in real life, but like in the movies and like, you know, I think that's great.
Oh yeah, I'm not doing that. I don't like that. I'm not a
Like you would
thrill
never, I am gambling with my life on a regular basis.
seeker. So why?
Being a professional wrestler and also flying and living in the world that we're living in. So I don't need to like add
Honestly,
chance.
same. I feel like I'm
I don't wanna
gambling
jump.
my life every time I drive by a Waymo.
And with that said, everybody,
That was our first edition of I Don't Like That.
we hope
I
you
like that.
enjoyed our mayhem, and we can't wait to continue doing it with you.
So go ahead and take
Like,
a drink.
subscribe,
Do
take a
another
drink, tappity
set.
tap it,
And we'll see you.
tap,
Take a drink.
tap.
And we'll see you in the next
Episode.
episode.